Great. Dr. Boynton-Jarrett is at Boston Medical Center. She's a social epidemiologist, which is a big word I didn't know how to define until I started reading that she's the founding director of Vital Village Community Engagement Network and focused on the impact of community violence, child abuse, neglect, and other kinds of traumatic experiences and how they affect children, and helping families resolve some of those issues. Dr. Boynton, we're so thrilled to have you here today. All right, so you guys want to walk over to them? We need a stage manager, sorry. The second recognition is for Gloria Castillo. She began her journey of advocacy when her son was diagnosed with autism. She had difficulties with acceptance in different places, including going to church. What was her response? Get mad? No. Create a special needs ministry in her parish. Access to the community? She worked on family support. She volunteered at the Northeast Arc. She became the co-director of the Autism Support Center. She's working on behalf of Latino families and all families. She's created a Touch to Talk program using an iPad for communication. Every issue that she faces, she somehow figures out a way to solve the problem. Gloria, thank you so much for your work. Next, we recognize Jamie Breen, who refuses to allow his cerebral palsy to limit or define him. He loves wheelchair basketball. He's a graduate of Stonehill College. He wrote a book about his life, which, by the way, he's going to be doing a book signing between 12:30 and 1:30 if you'd like to visit him today. And he talks about the positive impact that people can have on one another, particularly people with disabilities. He's an inspirational speaker. He's been an advisor to the Federation this year, and we're just thrilled to recognize Jamie today. It takes people in all walks of life, even a special educator, to do inclusion. And so we recognize Joanna Hammer today, who by background is a clinical social worker, but has become a behavior specialist and working in an autism program in special education with a vision of vocational inclusion in her mind. She said that she has the best job ever.
And I'm actually Johanna's intern.
Okay.
She's in high school right now and is unable to come today, but on behalf of her, thank you.
Send our greetings to her and appreciation. We all know that it's critical that a school administrator also be empathetic and understanding of these issues. Maura Johnson is a school administrator with over 40 years of experience as a special ed teacher and administrator, has worked in several different school districts, currently in Malden. She's focused on collaboration between colleagues and creating an environment in which students can thrive within their communities. She's proud of her 3 children as well, I'm told, who are young adults passionate about special education and inclusion, of whom 2 themselves have become special educators. So you did something right. Thank you so much. Next is the parent advocacy recognition to Lisa Jennings.
All right.
Her work, due to the teachings of her daughter, focused on something called 22q11.2 deletion syndrome. That's a mouthful. And it's a lifetime journey. And Lisa has walked that journey and supported her daughter and continues to do that, but more importantly, continues to support many, many families with the learnings that she has made. We're thrilled to be able to recognize Lisa today. Another parent advocacy recognition to Linda LaPointe, who started her journey with her family, 3 members in the family on the autism spectrum, a sister with complex medical needs, but really got started when her daughter was born with Down syndrome and verbal apraxia. So she does clearly have her hands full as a family member. She's participated in a lot of the training of the Federation and has taken those skills that she's gained to support the work at the Jericho program in Western Mass and the Berkshire Hills Music Academy, helping families navigate their way as well. Thank you so much for your efforts. All of us like to be able to make sure that our kids not only have opportunities at school, but opportunities to participate in recreational settings as well. Diane Lysinkus, through her oldest daughter who has intellectual disability, has put together an impressive track record of advocacy on behalf of people with special needs. With her work at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, founded many award-winning special education programs there, active in the Boston Education Committee, and also just focusing her work on advancing the place of students with disabilities in community again and again. Diane, thank you so much for all of your efforts. We've talked a lot already today about the importance of general education classrooms and the work that takes place where students with disabilities and students without disabilities learn together. Tracy Ray Ray is our recoglee as a general education teacher today. She's worked for 25 years practicing inclusion in her classrooms with a focus on kindergarten-aged students with special needs, including those on the autism spectrum. One by one, she has been acknowledged by the families for her dedication to her students and her community, and the ability that she has in her spare time to do a whole bunch of other things, like work with the Airtime Foundation, work with the PACE program, all of these things held together with the theme and the mission of helping kids with disabilities. Thank you so much for being here. And last but not least, recreation is not just about sports. It's also about the arts, theater, and drama. Sam Gould is our recoglee today, who is the leader of a group called the Open Door Theater in Acton. Their performances this year were in the first weekends in February, and we got the opportunity to drive back and forth to rehearsals in the snow, which was okay because of the enthusiasm of the cast. 91 actors participated from ages 9 to 75. 30% of those actors self-identified as having special needs. And most impressive, I'll say about this too, is that this year's play was Seussical the Musical, which I now sleep with my head open again and again. And co-acting the lead role was a young man who was speaking and a young man who spoke with sign. One role, one part, they co-acted it together, and it was just amazing to watch. Thank you very much. Please give a round of applause to all of our awardees for all of